As the sun rose over downtown Atlanta, Malik Johnson was ready for his first day as the CEO of Vertex Medical Group, a powerhouse in healthcare with a $2.8 billion merger fresh off the books. Yet he walked into a glassy corporate office filled with whispers, pointed fingers, and the cold air of discrimination. As he passed the reception, one of the staff, a middle-aged woman with a pinched expression, looked him up and down, her lip curling slightly. "Are you lost? The janitor's closet is downstairs," she said, her tone dripping with condescension. Malik suppressed a sigh. He'd heard it all before. The whispers grew louder around him, murmurs of affirmative action and quota hire. It was the same tired narrative, slung like stones at his back. He walked into the large conference room where executives were gathered, all white faces staring at him with a mix of disbelief and disdain. One of them, a tall man with thinning hair, spoke up. "You people always think you belong everywhere. That's not how the business world works." Malik maintained his calm demeanor, every slight only fueling his resolve. Wearing a tailored suit, he approached the head of the table. "Actually, I own this entire building," he replied evenly, holding their gazes one by one. A stunned silence fell over the room. Then, pulling his phone from his pocket, he showed them a breaking news article that illustrated his recent achievements. Malik Johnson leads Vertex Medical Group through historic merger. The room began to twitch with unease, eyes darting nervously to the screens as they processed the news. He felt the power shift. "You had no idea I was the one you disrespected, did you?" Malik continued. "Last quarter, we reported a 25% increase in profitability, results you never believed I could deliver. Today, I am also here to address your behavior." A few of the executives started fidgeting. Their earlier bravado evaporated. Malik smirked slightly, and with a steady hand, he reached for the intercom button and spoke coolly. "Security, these executives no longer work here." The faces went pale. Murmurs exploded into chaos as the realization sank in. He watched their expressions twist from disbelief to horror. The boardroom door swung open and two security guards entered, their presence undeniable. "What? You can do this?" One of them protested, fear seeping into his voice. Malik's face was impassive. "They lost us $50 million when they undermined the very fabric of our company culture. And that was just the start. They didn't think I would realize they let our hospital's accreditation lapse. With that drop, our stock has plummeted by 18%. We're now one step away from financial disaster, and I won't stand for it. Your time in this office is over." He pointed to them, the intensity in his voice making it clear there was no negotiation. The three executives stood like deer caught in headlights, their jobs disappearing in moments. Their faces turned red as they huffed defensively, grasping for any last shred of dignity. "You'll regret this," shouted the bald man who had mocked him first, but Malik could only shake his head. "I've documented every offense, and your reputations are now ruined. This is a wake-up call for every business in this city. My success is not a fluke, and neither is my position here. You were so busy looking down on me that you forgot. The future comes from challenging the status quo." As security escorted them out, Malik felt the adrenaline buzz hum in his veins. He straightened his tie and took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the moment wash over him. It was more than just a job, it was a statement. He believed in changing the narrative, and today was just the beginning. As the chaos behind him faded, Malik moved towards the large windows overlooking downtown Atlanta. He could see the skyline, both beautiful and intimidating, much like the corporate world he was a part of. "Get me the shareholders on the line." We're restructuring the leadership team, he instructed his assistant, who nodded enthusiastically, clearly impressed by his decisiveness. "And send out a press release. We need to position ourselves as a leader in diversity and innovation." Each word felt powerful, each action deliberate as he changed the course of the company. News of the executives' dismissal spread like wildfire, headlines calling out their lack of foresight and the loss of millions tied to prejudice. In a matter of days, Malik became a beacon of hope, a symbol of resilience. The firm's stock rebounded, largely driven by the commitment to change and deliver quality healthcare for everyone, regardless of background. He pushed forward, reshaping the company, bringing in programs that supported underrepresented students entering medical fields. Employees thrived in an inclusive culture that celebrated diversity rather than shunned it. And every time someone doubted him, he simply smiled, remembering that day when his calm assertiveness dismantled a wall of discrimination. Looking back at the office building with his name on it felt surreal yet deserved. Malik knew he had only just begun to break the mold, and he was ready to keep going. With his team backing him, they championed new levels of innovation. As he walked through the halls now, staff greeted him with respect. It was a different environment, a change he worked hard for. Each evening he'd step outside, he would glance at the plaque showing his name, a stark reminder of the prejudice he faced and overcame. This was more than just corporate success. This was changing lives and perspectives, and it felt good. Malik's journey had just started, and he would continue to rise, one step at a time, transforming a broken system and paving the way for others. The receptionist who had once doubted him now smiled warmly, a reflection of the changed culture. Malik's final victory wasn't just about revenge. It was about empowerment and creating a future where no one would have to face the same discrimination he did. Tell us your city in the comments below and share your story.